Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it is Scraptember 2023, day 8. And Scraptember is a hop started by Laura Alberts and the Scrappy Sisters. And today for day 8, our prompt is scraps, which of course makes me happy because I love to use up my scraps. So I am using It's Your Birthday by Echo Park. I'm working on using this up with my birthday party for this year. And I have a plethora of scraps and a handful of full papers that I want to use as much of the scraps up on here as I can. I also have this chipboard frame and I honestly cannot remember if I use that at all. I think my plan was to use it, but I'm looking now and I don't see it on my layout. This is what I get for not recording my voiceovers like the day of when I create the layouts. So I have this montage of pictures of me opening presents and of me with getting my birthday pie. So I'm going to do like little storyline pictures on here. It's quite a few pictures to put on one layout, but I'm okay with that. So I have my papers, I have my embellishments, I have my pictures. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I decided to pull out a stencil because I didn't want the scraps to be there and not have something showing through. I'm not a fan of white space. I've mentioned it before. So I start with this light shade of pink. I think it's worn lipstick. Could be spun sugar. I need to write these things down, y'all. And then salvage patina. And then I also bring in a purple, and I think it's the Concord. Y'all, I'm not kidding. I've got to start doing the voiceovers day of, or at least the next day. I've been really behind in recording and trying to get things set up and in my space still kind of to where I'm happy. But anywho, if you really want to know, let me know below and I will go hunt it down. But I'm pretty sure, I know it's salvage patina. And I'm doing better with recording day of and doing the voiceover. So look how this turns out. Now there's obviously those 2 tape spots and that's fine. I did that on purpose in those places because I just figured I would make sure my that the scraps went in that location. So and this stencil was from Scrapping Reflections. I don't think I've already mentioned that. So I cut down my 12 by 12 my white paper to where the ink goes off the sides and the top. And then I matted on a very thin mat of black cardstock so that it'll stand out against that pink, very busy icon paper that came from the Echo Park collection. And I did gut that so I would have that paper to use on the front. So now it's just a matter of building some scrap layers going on and obviously not covering up everything in the background. And I'm going to use scraps to mat my pictures. So I'm going to do 2 strips of paper. So the pictures that I printed are 3x2s and they are 3x4s. Now I trimmed all my 3x2s down to 2x2s and I was going to put them all on here now. I have one too many and so it doesn't make it on the layout and it's fine. It was just an extra picture of me opening a box or something. And so I just put montage of pictures. I had presents from my best friend, my mom, my sister and brother-in-law. And so I just put plethora so that it would kind of cover a little bit of everything. They're not the greatest pictures because I'm like looking at my sister and the person taking the pictures on the other side of the room. Or I'm looking down. The third picture over, I think, is me looking at my Neff pup and he's trying to get my Twizzlers that my best friend gave me. And then I just tear this bit here to give that little extra texture. And it is a full 12-inch strip and I'm going to leave it that way. So it'll go from one side to the other. And I actually really like that. It kind of gives a little table at the bottom for me to start working with some more scraps. And then I trim these pictures down just a little and I mat them kind of hodgepodgey. So it starts with my nephew getting the pie out and putting the candles in, my son bringing me the pie, and then my daughter and her boyfriend are in the background and they are singing along with everybody else, but I wanted to get like the montage of how it all came out, and then me blowing the candles out on my lovely turtle pie from Baskin Robbins. And if you have never had turtle pie from Baskin Robbins, you're missing out. Now, if you have a nut allergy, obviously you can't have that. So, but if you like their pralines and cream ice cream, well, you need to try their turtle pie, because when you add pralines and cream ice cream to a chocolate cookie crust, fudge, caramel, and whipped cream, it's just, lovely. It just makes me happy. And it's been my birthday pie for probably over 30 years. I mean, I feel like I was in my early teens, or maybe even younger than that, when I first started getting turtle pie as my birthday dessert. And I'm 48 this year, so it's been a minute. So I'd say 35, almost 40 years that I've been loving on that pie. So I've got some scraps that I am just tucking in, and like I said, I use scraps to mat my pictures, and I am now adding those pictures down, and then I'm going to just tuck the scraps kind of here and there. So it's not as many scraps as I would use on a layout necessarily, but it definitely covers using scraps as our prompt, and you will see me use scraps pretty much all the time. I love to use scraps on papers or on my layouts. My goal is typically to use at least one scrap on every layout. Sometimes that's hard when you're opening a new collection for the first time, although sometimes I will just use a piece of white scrap paper to mat a picture, or something like that on. So I typically try and get at least a single scrap on every layout. That way I get them used up and I don't feel so bad when I keep them. So, and then I pull the sticker sheet out from the Echo Park collection and just start adding things. Up at the top, I want to kind of do like the cake, the candle kind of concept. And then at the bottom, I want to add like the birthday presents and things like that. I put this little banner on here, says birthday girl. It's just covering up the trivet that was on the table from dinner. And then I bring in like birthday presents, and I'm going to tuck those in around the bottom. And I put that little banner on there that says happy birthday. Just trying to add some things. And then I do come in just a minute and put a little banner up at the top, right above the picture of the two boys with my pie. I add this cute little pink poodly dog just because, it's cute and fun, and it goes with this collection, obviously. And there was a dog at my birthday party. So, and then I think that I add some like little cupcakes and candles, just little clusters here and there, just to give it a little extra this, that, and the other. I mean, there's a lot of color going on. So I don't want to overwhelm the layout with more colors. So I'm trying to stick with the colors I've already got on here, like the pink, the purple. I'm bringing in a little bit of black. I tuck in this thing that says it's time to eat cake, even though it was pie. And I have one that says happy birthday to you, and I'm going to put that down there on the bottom on the pictures, because it's just covering over this big brown box that my sister had packed all my Amazon wish list goodies in. And then I think the last one that I put on here, those little banners up at the top, and then the little candle and stuff. So I just love how colorful this is, but it's not in your face colorful. Like, I feel like it's bright and chipper. So, and I definitely used up some scraps, so that's all good too. So I hope that you all will check out the playlist. If you didn't find me there, you will, you should go and check that out. There are lots and lots of inspiration layouts going on over there. Definitely check out Laura Alberts and the Scrappy Sisters, but all the other people who are hopping along. It is going to be a really fun month with the prompts. And if you're interested in finding out what the prompts are, you can find them on Facebook as well. And other than that, if you liked my video, I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, I would love that. I hope that you all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping!